Welcome, my friends. Whether you're leading a small team or running a large organization, there's one truth we all know: motivated people achieve extraordinary results. Today, we're going to uncover the secrets of effective motivation, drawing from the wisdom of the greatest leaders. And I'll show you how you can ignite that unstoppable fire in your team. So, let's dive in. Before we jump into the strategies, let's talk about what motivation really is. You see, motivation is the fuel in the engine of success. It's that inner spark that drives people to push beyond their limits, to persevere in the face of adversity, and to achieve greatness. And here's the key. It's your job as a leader to ignite that spark. There are two powerful forces of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from within. It's that deep-seated passion, the joy of doing something because you love it. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from outside. Rewards, recognition, the desire to achieve something for what it brings you. Think about Google. They encourage their employees to spend 20% of their time on projects they're passionate about. That's intrinsic motivation at work. When people do what they love, they give their very best. Your role as a leader is to tap into this power to make your team's work not just a job, but a calling. Now, let's talk about some powerful ideas that have shaped the way we think about motivation. The first is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This theory teaches us that people are motivated to fulfill basic needs before they can reach their highest potential. Let's look at a company like Patagonia. They know that before you can expect your employees to be creative and driven, you've got to meet their basic needs: job security, safety, and well-being. But they don't stop there. Patagonia goes further by aligning the company's mission with the higher needs of their employees: purpose, community, and making a difference. When you do this, you create a team that's not just working for a paycheck, but for a cause they believe in. Then there's Hertzberg's two-factor theory, which shows us the difference between what keeps people satisfied and what truly motivates them. Salary, work conditions. These are important, but they're not enough. True motivation comes from recognizing people's achievements, giving them responsibility, and providing opportunities for growth. Take Salesforce, for example. They understand this. That's why they invest so much in their employees' development, offering training, mentorship, and career advancement. When you make people feel valued, when you invest in their growth, they give back tenfold in commitment and performance. Here's a principle that's been around for ages, but is as powerful today as it was 100 years ago: the importance of setting clear and achievable goals. Without a clear target, even the most motivated team can wander aimlessly. Goals give direction and purpose, and when your team knows what they're aiming for, they'll go after it with everything they got. Take the example of OKRs, objectives, and key results, used by companies like Intel and LinkedIn. These companies set ambitious, yet clear and measurable goals that align the individual's work with the organization's mission. This alignment creates a powerful sense of purpose and drives everyone to contribute to a common goal. When you set goals for your team, make them SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. But don't stop there. Make sure these goals resonate with each team member's personal aspirations. When people feel their work matters, when it aligns with their personal goals, they don't just work, they excel. Let's get personal now, because motivation isn't one size fits all. Every person on your team is unique, with different drivers, passions, and needs. The secret to effective leadership is understanding what makes each person tick and then using that knowledge to motivate them in the way that works best for them. Think about how Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft's culture. He didn't impose a one-size-fits-all approach. Instead, he focused on empathy, understanding each team member's motivations, and creating an environment where everyone could thrive. This personal touch has led to a resurgence of innovation and collaboration within the company. So, how do you do this? Start by listening. Have one-on-one conversations with your team members. Find out what excites them, what challenges them, and what they aspire to. Then, tailor your approach to meet those individual needs. Assign projects that play to their strengths, recognize their unique contributions, and give them the opportunities they crave. When you do this, you'll see your team soar. Now let's talk about something we all love, recognition and rewards. The great Zig Ziglar once said, "People work for money, but go the extra mile for recognition, praise, and rewards." Recognition is like oxygen to the human spirit. Without it, people wither. With it, they thrive. Look at Zappos, the online shoe retailer. They've built a culture where recognition is a daily habit. Through their Wow Gifts program, employees can recognize each other's hard work and dedication with small, meaningful gifts. This simple act of appreciation creates a positive atmosphere and keeps motivation high. Recognition doesn't have to be expensive or elaborate. A heartfelt thank you, a public shout out, or a small token of appreciation can make a world of difference. The key is to be sincere and specific. Recognize the effort, the dedication, the excellence. When people feel seen and valued, they'll give you their very best. Let's move on to the environment. Because just like a plant needs the right soil to grow, your team needs the right environment to thrive. A positive work environment is one where people feel safe, supported, and empowered to be their best. And as a leader, you are the gardener of that environment. Take HubSpot, for example. They've created a culture where transparency, autonomy, and trust are the norms. They call it the HubSpot Culture Code, and it's what drives their success. When employees feel trusted and empowered, they take ownership, they innovate, and they go above and beyond. Remember, your attitude as a leader sets the tone. If you approach challenges with positivity and resilience, your team will follow. Foster open communication, encourage collaboration, and create a space where people feel safe to express their ideas. When the environment is right, your team will flourish. Here's a golden rule in leadership. Never stop growing and never stop helping your team grow. Continuous feedback and development are the keys to keeping motivation alive and well. It's not about waiting for an annual review to correct mistakes. It's about guiding your team every step of the way. Look at Adobe. They've done away with the traditional annual performance review and replaced it with their check-in program. This approach allows for real-time feedback and adjustments, helping employees stay on track and improve continuously. It's a brilliant way to keep motivation high and ensure consistent growth. When you give feedback, make it constructive, make it timely, and make it about growth. And don't just focus on what needs improvement. Celebrate what's going well too. Pair this with opportunities for professional development, whether it's training, mentorship, or challenging projects. And you'll have a team that's not just motivated, but constantly improving. Now let's address the elephant in the room. What happens when motivation wanes? Every leader faces this challenge, and it's important to know how to handle it effectively. Sometimes demotivation creeps in due to burnout, lack of recognition, or personal issues. The solution? Stay connected with your team. Regular check-ins, both formal and informal, can help you spot issues early and take steps to re-engage and inspire. Another challenge is finding the right balance between extrinsic and intrinsic motivators. Rely too much on external rewards and you risk creating a "what's in it for me" mentality. Instead, focus on fostering intrinsic motivation. Connect the work to something bigger, something meaningful. When people find purpose in what they do, they're driven from within. And for long-term motivation, remember to keep things dynamic. Introduce new challenges, set fresh goals, and keep the energy flowing. The more engaged and challenged your team feels, the more motivated they'll be to keep pushing forward. So, there you have it, my friends, an in-depth look at how to master effective motivation as a leader. By understanding what drives your team, setting clear goals, personalizing your approach, recognizing achievements, creating a positive environment, and offering continuous feedback and development, you can lead your team to greatness. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more life-changing leadership insights. And I'd love to hear from you. What motivation strategies have worked best for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for joining me today, and remember, the power to motivate and inspire is within you. Go out there and lead your team to extraordinary success.